So I'm preparing myself for the next job opportunity. I don't know whether or not I will pass the interview, but the requirement states that I need a basic, basically knowledge about AWS, how to basically interact with it from perspective of software developer. So there are a lot of perspectives we can think of, we can see about cloud computing, and so on and so forth. So we can actually say that we have roles such as sales or executive or CTOs, like it's top management that are not rather proficient in can be not really proficient in nitty gritty, some of the technical details of each cloud platform. So yeah, so that's basically it. I don't remember why I should that. Okay, so I need to basically prepare myself as a developer who writes Java, Kotlin, Scala 3 code. I need to be prepared for the interview regarding AWS. I have some of the experience, a little bit experience in using GCP, also passed some certifications in Azure and GCP, but I never ever saw the AWS. I never ever interacted with AWS. I just know that AWS is like a main, or it holds basically. So this is like main cloud provider. So we have AWS, GCP, and Azure. So AWS at the top. Next comes Azure, and the next one is GCP. So I need to be really prepared for this role as a developer, writing code, maybe deploying some of the solutions to AWS. I don't know. I'm just a regular developer, but I think that we would have some kind of DevOps engineers, or yeah, so DevOps or SREs, SR, yeah, SRES, kind of that uh, people on the project who will be responsible for configuring the CI/CD building and stuff like that. So I don't really think that I need to be really good at, for example, creating Terraform infrastructure by myself. I think I will just use existing technologies. Just I need to communicate with DevOps and SREs to basically understand what's going on, and from perspective of program, what we need to enhance, maybe add some configuration, maybe change some configuration for build in order to, for example, I don't know, maybe pass some additional configuration parameters or remove them. So it's really cool be to have knowledge about cloud technologies. So having this GCP knowledge, I don't really professional in GCP. I'm like a beginner, but my goal is to map the concepts from GCP to AWS, and then like it's. I think this is like the most crucial part to begin with AWS I'm already if I already have some of the experience in using GCP. So the first option I think is to so there are some kind of categories of services available in cloud providers for each cloud providers, and they are the same, like they all have compute instances. It's like scalable VMs and containers. So it's like we have virtual machines that we can build on top of our applications, right? But then we have storage. It's uh, database solutions, for example. It can be, okay, this is not really cool. Okay, storage, no, it's not databases. Storage is like we have cloud storage for storing big binary objects, blobs. We have another thing as cloud file store, local SSD to basically, I think, store files within this. And here we basically store big objects in cloud storage. And then we have database. We have relational databases and document-oriented databases and stuff like that. So we have like SQL, Cloud SQL is for MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQL Server. We have Cloud Spanner, which is like more robust solution for relational database management systems, databases. And I don't see Firestore here. Okay, this is the Cloud Firestore. I see. Serverless NoSQL documented database. So I will be comparing, in this video, I will be comparing the three options, three categories. For that, I will use updatable documentation in GCP comparing AWS and Azure services to Google Cloud. So this is like exact mapping of services. So it's really, really cool documentation page. Maybe AWS and Azure have on its own like mapping for that or not. I didn't really see, but I think I can trust Google. They provided me such an information, so I can actually go here and say that, for example, compute. For compute, we have such thing as compute engine. This is like a basic option, basic offering from Google Cloud to host your virtual machines in the cloud. Compute engine, compute engine. So it provides virtual VMs, virtual GPUs, TPUs, disks. But the main is like it's compute. Compute, it means that it's application. It's like we have something in input. For example, we have a bunch of addresses to process, and then we need to process them. For example, to write them into database or update them in database. So it's like compute is category for actual applications. So for example, we as a Java developer, Kotlin developers, we are writing applications for the backend, and we need to deploy them somehow. What are the options? We can use compute engine, which is like virtual VMs. It's like analog of our PCs or laptops. We can host on our PCs or laptops, but we can opt in using VMs. Then we have app engine, which is like another. So we have infrastructure as a service. This is like VMs is for infrastructure as a service, where developer or DevOps should be really proficient in